Breaking the Matrix, why reality feels different lately. If you feel like you're living in a completely different world than last year, you're not imagining it. You're breaking free from the matrix of collective illusion. Something fundamental has shifted in reality itself. The old rules don't apply anymore. The systems that once made sense now feel hollow. People who used to understand you seem like they're speaking a different language. This isn't breakdown, this is breakthrough. Dr. Bruce Lipton's research shows that when our environment changes dramatically, our cells literally reprogram themselves. We're not just witnessing social change, we're experiencing biological and spiritual evolution in real time. The ancient Gnostics called this breaking free from false reality that keeps souls trapped in unconscious patterns. They knew awakening feels disorienting because you're seeing through illusions that once seemed solid. In Hindu philosophy, this is piercing the veil of Maya, the cosmic illusion that makes temporary things appear permanent. When Maya dissolves, reality becomes fluid and strange. If you're feeling unmoored, congratulations, you're not losing your mind, you're finding your soul. The Matrix isn't just a movie metaphor, it's a real energetic construct that kept consciousness locked in limited patterns. For thousands of years, humanity believed in scarcity, separation, and powerlessness, because that's what the Matrix programmed us to believe. But something changed. The frequency of Earth itself is rising. Scientists call it the Schumann resonance. For decades, it held steady at 7.83 hertz. Now it's spiking to levels never recorded before. Dr. Roland McCrady's research at the HeartMath Institute shows that coherent heart rhythms synchronize brainwaves with Earth's magnetic field. As more people achieve heart coherence, we're collectively tuning out of the matrix frequency and into something entirely new. This is why reality feels strange. You're no longer fully plugged into the old system, but you haven't integrated into the new one yet. You're between worlds, and that's exactly where you need to be. The signs are everywhere. Synchronicities are increasing. Time feels fluid. Dreams feel more real than waking life. You're having conversations with people who seem to know things they shouldn't know. People are developing psychic abilities. Empaths feel everything more intensely. Healers discover gifts they never knew they had. Children are being born with activated DNA that previous generations didn't possess. This is the great awakening every prophecy pointed toward. The Mayan calendar didn't predict the end of the world. It predicted the end of unconsciousness and the beginning of awareness. We're living through the transition right now. Your discomfort with old systems isn't a problem to fix. It's evidence that your consciousness has outgrown the containers that used to hold it. You can't unsee what you've seen. You can't go back to believing in limitations you now know are illusions. But here's the challenge. You're living in a world where most people are still plugged into the matrix. They're operating from old programming while you're running new spiritual software. The key is understanding you're not here to convince anyone. You're here to anchor the new frequency through your presence and your choices. Every time you choose love over fear, you weaken the matrix. Every time you follow intuition instead of social conditioning, you create cracks in the illusion. Every time you speak truth with compassion, you give others permission to do the same. You are the system update. Your awakening is literally rewriting the collective human program. This is why it feels intense, why old relationships are changing, why careers that once fulfilled you now feel meaningless, why you're drawn to healing, creativity, and service in ways you never were before. The Matrix taught us we're powerless individuals struggling to survive. The new reality reveals we're interconnected expressions of one divine consciousness, here to co-create paradise on earth. The transition isn't always comfortable, but it's absolutely necessary. We're upgrading from fear-based reality to love-based reality, from scarcity consciousness to abundance consciousness, from separation to unity. Ground yourself through this process. Spend time in nature. Work with crystals that support transition, like amethyst for spiritual protection and clear quartz for clarity. Use herbs that ease the awakening process. Mugwort opens psychic channels safely. Lavender calms the nervous system during downloads. Holy basil helps you adapt to new energies with grace. Trust the process. Your soul chose to be here during the most extraordinary time in human history. You have everything you need to navigate this transformation successfully. The old world is dissolving because it was never real. The new world is emerging because it was always true. You're not losing your grip on reality. You're finding your footing in the only reality that ever truly mattered. Welcome to the other side of the matrix. The view from here is magnificent.